Alright folks, I'm going to try this again. Keep saying I have poor connections, which is really weird. I'm right here along the freeway in the middle of the city, so there's no reason for my Metro PCS to have poor reception. Anyway, I proved today that this issue is all the way up to USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. Now, who is responsible for when we get things not answered, when we don't have the opportunity for people to listen to us? We have to follow which direction do we send our complaints to. Well, this is a President Obama's issue. And is he going to listen to us? People say, oh, not President Obama, President Trump. Sorry about that. President Trump. I'm starting to sound like Facebook. Every time you write president, it always pops up Obama, never Trump. You have to write in the TR before you get Trump. But anyway, here's the thing, folks. This is President Trump. If you want the killing to stop, you have to focus on our U.S. representatives. Our state representative can't do anything for us. Well, you can still contact the state and the county level, and maybe they'll contact the U.S. and say, you know what, you guys need to do something. Our people are very upset. You're saying this is not a political issue. Well, I tell you what, until things are political, you're not going to get anything done. You're not going to get them to stop. You're not going to get Eric from Texas to stop killing our pets, our birds, until somebody above him calls him, sends him a message and say, hey, Eric, back out of Miraloma. It's too much of a hot zone for attention for us to kill these birds in secret. That's what has to happen here, folks. So don't get mad at me. Don't be sending me more stupid PMs saying I'm some asshole or whatever. I'm not. I'm telling you straight out the facts. This is a legal operation, and the only way you can stop it by talking to the legitimate people in charge. Who's in charge? President Trump. Does he care about California? No. Why? Because he's not going to get votes out here. There's very few people who vote for President Trump. I stand for him. I voted for him. I'm not voting for the next election unless he puts his daughter in there. I'm voting for a female. Now, not a personal President Trump, but 2020, I'm looking for a female president. All right? So President Trump is responsible. Okay? You can do all you want with Gavin Newsom, but if it says USDA and you try to stop them from doing their job, yeah, and they're lying to us, saying that they're going to charge us for warrants. They're lying to us, saying that we have to open up the gates to them. We have to do this, we have to do that. This is America. There is an area when you do business in America, when you have a problem, like I have had a lot of issues, I haven't, with the welfare department. My daughter Allison, she was a U.S. citizen, but when her mom had the baby, she put her married name from the other guy and didn't give our daughter a first name. Because she didn't give our daughter a first name, I couldn't get a Social Security card for her. And because I couldn't get a security card for her, I couldn't stay on welfare for her. Thank you, Sandy. Robin Dean says, yes, you have issues. Robin Dean, I do not know who you are. This issue here is about the chickens, the poultry, and I'm trying to focus and get everybody to focus in the right direction. So if you're here to troll me and try to disgrace me, well, all I can say is, you have a nice day, darling, okay? Back to what I was saying, is that I had to appeal, for me to get my food stamp, I had to appeal every month to the Medi-Cal, or the welfare program. Because the state of California, when I put on all the information, they told me it's going to take 12 months to get her birth certificate altered and corrected. So during the appeal process every month, they would send me the form saying, hey, we're disconnecting your welfare because you don't have Social Security card. So I would run down there and I would appeal it, and they appeal it, and that would give me one more month of food stamp. I had to do this for 12 months when she was 3 years old until we can get her birth certificate at 4. Okay, so the appeal process was like 10 days. You have 10 days to appeal this. The appeal process on this whole USDA thing is 24 hours. People need to understand a few things. When somebody says you have the right to appeal and they only give you 24 hours, the first thing's going to happen is people are going to be stressed on the first day. That's wrong. Appeal process should be at least 3 days. And when you come up to somebody's door on Friday afternoon and say, here, we're going to do a kill, and you have, we're going to do a kill on a Monday, and your appeal process is 24 hours, when do they appeal? And where do we go to the appeal? And who are we sending the appeal to? These are questions now we can answer by just going straight to the top and saying, President Trump, you've ignored California long enough. Okay? You've ignored us long enough. You have voters. We do love you. You need to step in here, stop the USDA, and at least stop long enough to explain to all of us who we're supposed to call, who we're supposed to contact. Yes, you have issues. Thank you, Josie Nicholson. And Robert Dean says, you're not worried about the chickens if you're going after Trump. Start with who is signing those warrants. Start with Newsom. No, Robin. No. You can't start there. The killing is here. The only people that can stop the killing is President Trump. The USDA works for the President Trump. It's a federal agency. Going after the warrants, going after the judges who signed the warrants, we've seen the documents. They're bogus, okay? Starting with Newsom, who thinks he's the emperor of South America. Come on, let's go to somebody who will actually take care of us if we promise to recall their ass or not vote for them. Yes, this has to become a political issue, all right? So I'm not your enemy, Robin. I love President Trump. I love what he's doing. He's pissing everybody off, like me. Every time I show up, I piss off the majority of the people. I love it. That stems up business. What we need President Trump is to jump in, tell the USDA, stop, tell us who we're supposed to go talk to, because the house today that we were at this morning at 10 o'clock, that's a PTSD soldier, right, veteran, and he's allowed to have pets. They're not killing chickens to eat. They're killing his pets. He doesn't have a dog to hold. He has chickens to feed every day to make himself feel good. And a kid that's autistic. Josie says they use every trick in the book and tweeted on Trump's page about this. I hope it doesn't get deleted. The state is the one who started all the kills. Let's with them. No, we have to actually go everywhere. I've been thinking all weekend. It's been the state. Now we have to reach out further and go to our U.S. representatives. I think Mark McConnell is in this area. Does anybody talk to Mark? He's one thing to go over Newsom's head, and that is the president. The president keeps being for the little man of the daily America. Exactly, Leslie. When you say you have, say, a human being that's on the death row and you want to save your son or daughter or whatever, what do? You reach out to everybody. We've been reaching out too low. We've been reaching out to the low part, and then we can't be back to these people that's coming in here. These people are taking orders. It's like Tom, CHP, they take orders. We want to know who the bosses are. We want to go to the people that send their, like the two deputies that came today was awesome, especially Deputy Johnson. The two CHP highway patrol officers that came, they were awesome. They were nice to us. They listened to us. You know, we need them on our side. We need to get everybody on our side. And that's all the way up to President Trump. You want us to go over Newsom's head, and that is the president. The president that keeps being exactly. I read that already. So, folks, and then you guys can do also. You can reach out to all the news crews and the news media that you have. Lost sound? I'm going to move my hand. All right. Can barely hear you now. Let me check my volume thing here. Okay, how's that? Can you hear me? Well, here's the thing. When you get distracted, it hurts cause. Your local authorities, Trump has zero support from California. Yes, he has zero support, but maybe he might just jump in here just to piss off Newsom and come and support us and be the hero. And so that way everybody votes for him in 2020. You know? That's basically what this is, folks. I'm not telling you not to call Newsom. I'm telling you to call President Trump. It's not his fault, people are saying. It is. He's in charge of this whole country. All right? And I'm telling you, if you contact his office and stuff, he's going to jump in. He's going to help us. At least what we need is due process. There's no due process that's going on right here. We got people coming up to our gate, giving us a piece of paperwork to sign. Okay, this is what thank you, Chris. This is what I saw this morning. 2 ladies came in. One lady stayed in the car, all right? The other lady came out with a clipboard and had our lady friend sign the paperwork. You know, saying it's okay. And so the kill people was coming, but they didn't kill anything today or any birds today because we were there. So Eric came over trying to rescue his women, but you notice I videoed it that they had plenty of room to pull out of there. Eric comes over because after the sheriff deputy was questioning him for paperwork and stuff, Eric, the big guy from Texas, comes over, right? And if we had stopped Eric, if we had stopped anybody physically, guess what would have happened? The police would have turned around and arrested us because they are working under the authority of the President of the United States. Hi from Oregon. So don't get upset because I use the word President Trump. Let's just pretend it wasn't Trump who's president. Let's just call him whatever. Let's call President of the United States of America to help us here in California. And it's probably going to help us everywhere else. I'm hearing people from Texas say this won't happen in Texas. We've got guns. Well, we've got guns here too, but guns aren't going to do anything because nobody wants to go to prison or jail, right? All we want to do is defend our rights to keep our property. This is a bigger picture than you all realize what's going on here. So what we have to do is stop hating me, okay? Every time somebody comes in, we're just trying to pop up an idea. And I'm telling you, I showed you proof. Eric was driving a government official vehicle. His next PM is like in 42,000 miles. Arlington, Texas. He's a legitimate official. Mess with him, we go to jail. Right? So what we gonna do? We got to get to our politician. Get to Mark Takano. This is his area that is being affected. He would then talk to the people in Washington, D.C. Are they saying why they're doing this? They said there's a disease. Okay, maybe there's a disease. Maybe there isn't a disease. But there should be a process for us to be able to communicate to the people in charge. I don't know. Let's just imagine these aren't chickens. Yeah, we are locally taking it to the media. But guess what, Chris? Do you know how hard it was to get the media out there? I mean, Robin Millen's great. Tony Shin's great. But the thing is a lot of us begged these guys to come out there. But the thing is our local coverage isn't enough to get to President Obama. I'm telling you, he's got employees, people that work for him, that keeps him abreast of all the news and issues out here. And the more noise we make, now we did 2 of these. People are telling me, John, it's called a rally. It isn't a rally. A rally is a positive thing. This is a negative thing. This is a protest because they're killing our pets. We did this twice, once on Saturday and today. We gave up our presence. All we're doing is buying enough time for somebody to come up with, hey, let's stop killing our birds. Or at least giving us a better reasoning. There should be a process. Arlington, Texas is 20 minutes from me. Well, Google Eric, good tall looking white guy from Arlington, Texas, and find out who his boss is. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're just trying to find out who are their bosses. You know, what we need to do is, anybody got a picture of the USDA, whoever's in charge? Bombard their office with phone calls and stuff. That's what we have to do, folks. All right? So stop saying we hate. This has got nothing to do with hating President Trump. I love President Trump. I hope he continues to piss you, whoever hates President Trump off, I hope he continues to piss you guys off. The guy is what we need in this country. He's turning things upside down, and he's getting into the filthy business. He's creating business. The news media making tons of money talking crap about him daily. Just do not let Antifa in this protest. They will start violence. We will not do anything with Antifa. We will not do anything with anybody that covers up their face. This is America. If your face can't be shown and you can't stand up for your cause, well, then you have no reason to be here in America. We're Americans. If we lose this fight, we can still hold our head up high because we stood our ground. We can't win everything, but at least we fought instead of just handing over chickens and then putting them in cages and then letting people just pick them up and kill them. You know? No, I appreciate it, Chris, but the thing is you know, maybe not. Maybe we might get enough efforts from Gavin Newsom. Maybe he might be interested. He's always down here. Maybe we can reach to the Democratic Party and ask them for help. But I tell you what, folks, let's stop eating chicken. As a matter of fact, since I'm on this part about the chicken thing, okay, Vietnamese food called chai yao, right? Chai yao in Vietnamese, right? Egg rolls. You American folks call it egg rolls. There's spring rolls and egg rolls. Egg rolls are called chai yao. I went to go eat Vietnamese food on Mother's Day. Took my ex with our kids there. And weird, but my English daughter, Vietnamese daughter of only 25% in Vegas, she was at a Vietnamese restaurant at the same time I was at. Anyway, let's focus on the chai yao. The chai yao is noodles, mushrooms, and pork grounded together. That makes our Vietnamese egg rolls. They're now using chicken, and it tasted horrible. I walked up there after the first one. I said, "This is not pork, is it?" He goes, "Oh no, it's chicken now." So when you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, they're charging you the same price, a very expensive price, considering when they're serving chicken. So boycott chicken. Okay, what it says here, do not bring politics in this. You will divide people with politics. I'm not bringing politics, Nicole. Say you got your kids, like, at school. What do you tell them? If you're being bullied, you take it to the teacher, right? My kids tell me, "Dad, the teacher doesn't do anything." Okay, just pretend the teacher's the governor. Well, I said, okay. Well, if the governor, the teacher, doesn't want to do it, take it to the principal, the President of the United States, right? So my kids will go to the President of the United States, the principal. It's called a chain of command. This got nothing to do with politics. It's kind of like, who do you call when you need help? You call 911, right? Who do they send? The police. This has got nothing to do with politics. I mean, geez Louise. Let's just call the president. How's that? I'm asking you guys to call the president. Contact the president. Because this is not just happening in one neighborhood. And then the neighbors are coming out on the same street saying, "Oh, I had my chickens killed last week. I had my chickens killed 2 months ago." It's because we don't have any communication. Carrie started this group so we can all communicate. All right? People ask me to join in and help out because wherever I'm at, I piss everybody off for some reason and because I'm very loud. Okay? Yes, exactly. They're the ones bringing up politics. Virus for dogs. Yeah, you know how many people would have gone crazy? Yeah, they're putting stuff in our food. Well, you say people have mentioned CDA, CDFA, what organization is issuing the kill warrants. No, we've been mentioning CDFA all weekend. All of a sudden now USDA is jumping in because the CDFA must be getting scared. So they got elevated it. Exactly. Thank you, Chris. You take it to the teacher. You take it to the principal. The principal doesn't work. You take it to the superintendent. Take it to the educational board. And that's what we're doing here. Trump would love me. He should love me. I fought for him for a year and a half. And I'm being accused of being a hateful Muslim. I love Muslim. But the thing is they don't seem to understand. It took our people like me, you, Josie, compassion to bring President Trump in because our politicians are lying to us. We need to put people in office who will observe and report back to our constituents of what we see, not what they see and they hide from us, you know? But I'm going to get off the phone. Well, Trump should love me. I got Trump shirts. That's the reason why I'm having a hard time running for election in Ward 7 in Riverside. You always got to push my election. Yeah, I don't want to divide the people with politics. I want to read what Leslie says here. People forget that the government is supposed to fear its people. That is the founding base belief of not the people fear the government. We do fear the government. We do. Because we shouldn't allow these people to show up and not explain themselves. That we are here by the authority of the President of the United States working for the United States Department of Agriculture, and we're authorizing the California Department of Forestry, or is it Farming and Agricultural, to execute your chickens. So we all call USDA for information? Yes. No, we call CDFA also. We keep the pressure in all directions. Imagine this. Imagine this. You got the wonderful, beautiful brown Indian, supposedly in the movie Hollywood, right? This is what they painted the picture. The pioneer wagons around in a circle, right? Well, imagine that the federal government sent these people to shoot up the wagon train. Who do we call? We call everybody. We call anybody. You got friends in politics, you call them. Have them call somebody. Yeah, we need to show them we're not afraid of them. This part, it really bothers me. They're telling us they're going to bill the homeowner for warrants. What? I've never heard of that. So what we have to do, folks, is call everybody. Make this an issue. All right, if there's a disease, not for President Miguel. I'm not that Cruz? I wasn't born in the United States of America, but I would love to be governor of California. You know why? Because I love California, right? Viva Mexico. We broke away from Mexico because we didn't want to be part of the French government, all right? So what we ought to say is give Texas, Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico back to the Mexican government, and we call it peace. Now that's politics. That's politics. But like I said, we should not fear the government, and we should be able to call our local police to support us. If our local police does not support us, we need a new local police. Because if the local police supports the state government, the federal government, we have no protection as we the people. Well, no, wherever you are, Joey's out to go to you. No, just kidding. All right, folks, you guys got the message. Pass this out. Before we thought it was the state, messing around. Now we know it's the federal government, so we call everybody. I definitely would call Mark Takano. This guy I voted for him. I love him, and I know he'll do something about it. And now we know it's a U.S. issue. Hit our U.S. representative also. Okay? Call everybody. Thank you.